Well, my name Coach Bob Young, and I'm coming over from Mingus High School in Cottonwood, and just a great community. We've competed against Prescott for years and years, and I've always had a lot of respect for the athletes and the coaches and the fans at the game. And my wife, for about the last 10 years, she said, "You know what? I'd sure love to live in Prescott." And things just worked out, and we had a golden opportunity. So here I am.
So did you seek the job, or did they come and kind of knock on your door?
I think it was both. It was kind of a mutual thing. Like I said, I've kind of eyeballed this, and I've known Lou for a long time, and I thought, what, if he retires, and that's going to be something I'm going to try to look into.
Today you talked about the kids being more than just athletes. Can you elaborate on that a little bit?
Well, they have to be, because 99% of these kids after high school, they're not going to be athletes. So if we just train them to be athletes, then we've done a really poor job with their education. So, this is just another extension of their education, and I really think that, athletics in high school build a lot of things that they don't get in the classroom. And, the tools that it takes for them to be successful are hopefully things that we're going to teach them, and motivate them to be successful in whatever they decide to do.
And what changes do you see bringing to the program? I know a lot of it sounds like you're going to kind of go with what's here, but I'm sure that you have some ideas of your own. What are some of those ideas?
Well, the traditions and stuff aren't going to change, because Prescott's steeped in tradition and history. And I'm going to tweak the offense. I'm going to bring the offense and defense that we run, and just things that we've done over at Mingus High School that have made us successful. And just little things. It's going to be things that I think the kids are going to enjoy, because after you do things for a long time, you get stale, and I think they're going to catch on and be excited about it.
So you think that there's opportunity for being successful as a team here?
Oh, absolutely. There's no doubt, and I don't know how long that's going to take, but the kids are here, the athletes are here. It's just going to be a matter of them buying into the program, and doing the things that we need them to do. For me, it was a tough decision to leave. I've been over in Cottonwood for 25 years. I'm entrenched there. All of my kids are over there. It had to be something special for me to leave, and I truly feel that this community is special. The parents that I talk to, the booster people that I talk to, your administration here is unbelievable. Mr. White, I've known him forever. I was coaching at Mingus when he was a line coach for Coach Don, and then when he was the head coach. So we've always had a great relationship. Your principal, they were just relentless, and they just wouldn't give up on me. And I'm so appreciative of that. So I'd like to thank them. And I know a lot of times the administration, they take a lot of heat for a lot of things, because they make a lot of decisions that upset people. But you got a really good administration. Coach Don and Coach White and Coach Benetton, and those are awful big shoes to fill. And I feel honored to have an opportunity to do that. Just a little bit about me, for those of you, I'm sure you've read stuff, but I've coached for a lot of years. I've been over at Mingus High School for 25 years, coaching a lot of different sports. Obviously my main emphasis now is football, and that's what I'm going to give you guys everything I've got. But I've got a lot of experience. We've been very successful over at Mingus, and I'm going to tell you right now, we were successful because the kids worked hard and I had great assistant coaches. I never won a game. I gave them a blueprint, I showed them what to do, and they went out and did it. I truly feel that over here in Prescott, we can have the same sort of situation. I see it. I see it in the kids right now. And just being around for 3 days, I've only been here for 3 days, I've been very impressed with the kids that I see on a daily basis. Okay, and I know, based on the attendance tonight, I know your parents are doing something right, because the kids are showing up at 6 in the morning. They work their tails off. They're things that you want to see out of kids that I've seen in these last 3 days. So, like I said, I'm highly impressed with all that stuff. So, as we transition from, a new program, I think the things that you're going to find from me, you're going to find that I'm very competitive. I think over the years that's one of the things that I've tried to pride myself with. Nobody's going to outwork me, nobody's going to outwork the team. That's just all there is to it. We're going to work extremely hard. And that was our secret over there. It had very little to do with the X's and O's. It's just we were committed to working hard and making ourselves as good as we could be. Okay, so I think you're going to find that out of me. I have very high expectations. Every year at Mingus, we expected to win a state championship. Didn't always happen, but those were the expectations. We were there. We were right there every single year. Okay, and I foresee the program in the very near future here that we're going to have the same expectations. Okay, and I'm not going to give you a time frame because I don't know when that's going to be. It's just when we get to that point, everybody here will know. So, and I want you to understand that. I want our players to understand that I have high expectations. I expect them to have high expectations. Okay, I don't want them to sell themselves short. I'm very demanding, and I think when all these other things happen, you have to demand a lot. I'm very demanding as far as what I expect out of our athletes. I expect them to be model citizens, and that's something that's not debatable. They're gonna perform in the community. I expect them to be scholar athletes. I want them to perform in the classroom, and if they do all that stuff, they're going to perform on the field. If they don't take care of those things, then it's been my experience that when times get tough on the field, they're going to fall. So, that's really what we're trying to look for out of our athletes here at Prescott High School. And it's not just, I'm not just looking for athletes that play football. They better be able to do all those things. Those are going to be the expectations. We try to create a family atmosphere. We're together so much. I mean, literally, by the time the freshmen here are seniors, they will have probably spent more time with me than they've spent with you. Okay? That's just the reality of the situation. So we have to create a family atmosphere. I want them to feel that being part of the Prescott football program, that's their second family. Okay, they have their family, and then they have us. And I would really like for the community, the parents, to be involved to the point to where you feel you're part of the program. And you know as well as I do, high school football, there's just something special about high school football in a small community. I mean, over in Cottonwood, that was it. I mean, that's what we did on Friday night. The whole town, they took pride in that. Prescott's the same way. And that's neat, because in Phoenix, they don't have that. I'm from Phoenix. You don't have that because 3 miles down the road, there's another high school. It's special here. And I want our players to understand that, it's a family type atmosphere. So when they screw up, they're going to be disciplined. It would be just like I'm their fathers. I'm like their surrogate father. And that's kind of the way I've always done things. And I want them to feel that way. That, if you do something and you need to be disciplined football-wise, it's going to happen that way. Okay? And I want to communicate with the parents. I mean, that's the most important thing. As parents, you have the ultimate hammer on the kids. I can take away playing time, I can make them run forever, but ultimately, you guys are the ones that, have the hammer on them. So, we have to work together in conjunction with stuff like that. And my whole thing as a coach and a teacher, my goal when your son graduates from Prescott is I want to give them tools to make them successful in life. Okay, that's my whole thing. As a teacher, that's my thing as a coach. And as a coach, I consider myself a teacher because that's what I do. Every day, I'm teaching. When we just went out in the field for 2 hours, I hope I taught for 2 hours. That's what I do. That's what a great coach does. So I want your son, when he graduates, to have tools to be successful in life. Because when they're 30 years old, who cares if they can block or tackle? You know, unless they're playing in the NFL, the chances are real slim. Blocking and tackling doesn't matter. But I want them to learn how to work hard. I want them to learn how to be committed to something. I want them to learn how to make sacrifices. I want them to learn how to deal with success and failure properly. I want them to set goals, all those things. And those are the things that I'm going to try to teach them. And our vehicle to do that is football. And it's the weight room. So, you know, that's, at the end of the day, that's what I'm trying to teach. Okay? Believe me, it's not about how many games they win and how many championships they win. That's important. Now, I try to win everything I try to do. But if that's all you stress, then we're not going to get there. Okay? So you talk to the players at the end of the year and you ask them how many times I talk about winning. I don't. That's not something that we even talk about. Okay? That's a byproduct of what we do. If we do things the right way, that will happen. Okay? When you start talking about winning, then you forget about what it takes to win. So it's all those little things that that's what we're going to be focusing on. So, you know, those are all the things. And again, as your son develops and continues in this program, those are the things that I hope to teach them. So when they graduate, they're ready. They have the tools. Now, whether they decide they want to use those tools, that's up to them. But they will be ready to go out and whatever they choose to do with the rest of their life, they're going to find out the lessons that they learn in athletics, not just football, but all athletics, are going to help them grow with life. Because I'm sure many of you parents who played sports in high school, you can attest to, okay? Life isn't what you learn in English class and science class and all that. It's all those little lessons that you learn, okay, and then you have to apply.